perfect Thanksgiving plate?
My perfect Thanksgiving plate would have to be some rolls, of course, some mac and cheese, uh, some sweet potatoes. I like mashed sweet potatoes. Some like sweet potato casserole
You
more
put
so.
marshmallows on top?
Marshmallows, brown sugar, some cinnamon. Um, what else? I'm missing some
You have to
uh,
mention meat.
greens, like turkey and ham. I do both, and I, and I'll put it all inside of the roll, and then put some honey in there.
So like
Honey.
a mini sandwich.
Some
type.
honey,
You
like a
said
mini
inside roll?
sandwich. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which
And
one of
oh, go sorry.
you got more on the plate?
Uh, and then a sweet potato pie.
Nice. Best Thanksgiving backyard football memory.
Uh, best backyard football memory. Just playing with my dad. You know, I don't get those opportunities anymore. Get to sit down and watch those games on Thanksgiving. So definitely just spending that time with them and being in the backyard tossing around the football.
Which one of your teammates is most likely to ruin the turkey?
Which I would say David Bakhtiari. I would say David Bakhtiari is gonna ruin that turkey. But he's gonna make sure we eat it though. The best one, I would say Sherm. Sherm. He can cook it up. Jonathan Abram. He said he can cook, so I'm gonna have to go over there and see what he's talking about. But no, I've tasted Sherm's food and he can cook it up.
Okay, now why would Dave ruin the turkey? What's the insight you got?
Dave is just a jokester. I feel like we'd go to dinner with him and he'd burn it on purpose to prank us or something.
Like soap on
He's soap. He'd do something. You couldn't trust Dave. He'd be like, Dave, what'd you do to this turkey?
All right, to the football side of things. Sorry, guys. Philadelphia's got a really good defensive front. I mean, how do you prepare for a group like that? Prepare to just try to get to the second level and get those extra yards?
Starts in practice, coming off the ball, playing with urgency, and it's gonna start as soon as we get there. The first snap, that's gonna set the tone for us, and we feel up front. That's where it starts on both sides of the ball, controlling the line of scrimmage.
When you guys find yourself in the situation that you are right now, how do you find the balance of going into it and trying to keep that 1-0 mentality and not kind of looking ahead and letting everything else that needs to happen weigh you down?
I mean, control what you can control at this point. You can't control the 5 games out or who's playing in those 5 games or what's going to happen. You can control what's going to happen in this game to the best of your ability, because that's where, at the end of the day, all your focus needs to be at. And you take care of one game at a time. It'll all take care of itself.
Aaron, do you feel like you're playing sudden death football from here on out?
In a way, yes. There's no more room for error. But we've done it to ourselves. But we know that. So now we feel like it's time to put it all together. We've been saying it for a while, but now you have no choice but to put it all together.
How much did that mini bye help you guys this weekend, and did you feel like it was really needed?
Definitely felt like it was needed. Give everybody a chance to recover a little bit, get their bodies back. 2 games in 5 days is a little tough, especially not having a bye week yet. So guys definitely used it as a mini bye. Seen a lot of people in here in the tubs working on their bodies, just trying to get their bodies back for this week and knowing that this is a big one.
To that point, when you hear 12's playing with a broken thumb, but he refuses to make any excuses about the broken thumb, what kind of message does that send to the team about toughness and playing through the nicks and bruises that you guys all have right now?
Nobody cares. Put your head down and keep working. If this guy's doing it, why can't I do it? Why can't I, put that aside and just go out there and lay it all on the line for the guy next to me? And I think that says a lot about 12. And I know he's been dealing with it for a while and hasn't said anything, just continues to work, put his head down, and bring guys along with him. So I have nothing but love for 12.
Did you guys know right away, kind of back then, how serious it was, even though he didn't announce it to the world until this week?
No, at first I wasn't aware of how serious it was until I want to say a week later, pretty much. At practice, you didn't see him out there, and that first week, and kind of started to get a sense, okay, this might be a little bit more serious, but he's still been out there battling like a warrior, throwing blocks, like everything. So that's my guy right there.
Aaron, going back to Nicole's question about mentality, how do you kind of find the balance between
you're frustrated, you're pissed off that the season's gone the way it has, and I know you're not happy with it, but you also got to make sure that coming to work every day isn't miserable and you're just walking around going, God, we're 4-7. How do you, you know, you're a pretty happy-go-lucky guy. What's been kind of your approach here?
I mean, like I said, we did it to ourselves, and you can't look at the past. You gotta look at the future. If you look in the past, you're just gonna sit there and dwell in it. You know, you gotta move on, move forward. But also with the past, you want to take those coaching moments, what was correctable, how we could get better, and use that and apply that to every game moving forward.
You're also, pretty good pass catching back. So what does this Philly secondary, especially, Chauncey, some of these guys closer to the line, what do they present?
They get up in your face. They'll press you. They'll play a lot of man. Like to challenge you and make plays or compete. At the end of the day, when you're in a one-on-one, that's what it comes down to, is competing.